my gosh. So much is happening. So much is happening and nothing is happening. So I think the last life update I did was... I actually don't know. Like, let me, like, go look. Did my research, okay? I did my research. The last time you seen me for a life update was in June. 5 months ago, you seen me. So much has happened since then. So the last time I updated you, I had recently gotten a job, and I was just kind of rolling with the punches. I don't... This whole year has been a whirlwind. Like, let's say the first half of 2021 was really dark. Like, I'm just being raw here, okay? I'm gonna be raw and real and honest. The first half of 2021 was really dark and really scary and really not good. But I got through it by my damn self, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I got through it the ways that I know how, and coped in the ways that are not healthy, but the only ways that I know how. And I did that. And after I got my job, it really, really pushed my boundaries in terms of my anxiety. If you don't know, I have really, really bad anxiety and depression, but that's another story. Anyway, having that job really pushed the boundaries of my anxiety and proved to myself of what I truly am capable of and what I can do when I don't let my anxiety control my every waking action and every waking decision. So that was really, really, really good for me. That the job that I had was really good for me to grow and evolve as a person, like within myself. It proved to me that I can work through my anxiety and I can do those things if I put my mind to it and I really truly work on it, which was really, really refreshing. I guess that's maybe a good word to put it. It was really refreshing to remind myself and have those I can do this, like fully believing in myself was really good for me and my confidence. This summer was like boring, but also the best summer ever. Like, I just worked the whole summer, and honestly, the people I worked with were so awesome and so fun and so caring and so nice and just so fun to work with. I literally was excited to go to work because I loved the people that I worked with. And yeah, you had a few people that you don't necessarily get along with, or not my coworkers, like the customers. There's gonna be a few customers that really grind your gears and push your buttons, but I mean, every job is gonna have that because there's just bad people. I don't think people are bad, actually. I take that back. I don't think that people are bad. I think that the way that society is constructed makes people have poor actions and make poor decisions. I could talk for hours about people and the way that they act and how that affects other people. All of that, I could talk about that for literally hours. Like, hours. But anyway, there's every job in customer service you're gonna have, no matter whether you're working in a fast food restaurant or Walmart or a chain like that. Like, customer service, you're gonna have people that are rude to you. That's just how the society works, unfortunately. Which was also kind of good to test me, because I kept my cool. I was the nicest person, which I'm proud of myself for that too. So yeah, this summer I really worked on myself, and I finally got to a place where I was confident in who I was, and I felt cute and confident in my own skin, which was such a breath of fresh air, because never really had that. I haven't had that, at least for an extremely, extremely, extremely long time. So it was really refreshing to have that. Don't sit on my... Yeah, hi. Are you done? Are you done sitting on my laptop? Are you done? I apologize in advance if you hear any background noise. Like that. Con to being in the basement. You hear everything upstairs. Anyway, where was I? This summer. This summer was like honestly such a breath of fresh air. Like, I mean, literally and figuratively. I spent so much time outside this summer. I spent like almost, we had a few cold days this summer, but like I spent so much time in my pool at my old house. I loved it. Tunes cranked, just chilling in my bikini in the backyard. Like it was so, like I had like fun. And I was like content with like being by myself every day. Like it was awesome. I also like really worked on myself and gained this new confidence. Like I just feel more, I'm venturing out like in my style. I'm finding what I like and makes me feel more confident rather than what's trendy and what's gonna make me fit in. I am working on my spiritual journey, and that has also really been helping me a lot in not only in my confidence, but yeah.
Bring me the turkey breast up.
Oh, fuck. Turkey acquired. Anyway, where was I? I keep getting called and then I keep getting distracted. I really don't know where I was. This summer. Oh, my style. I keep like, I'm, oh, my spiritual journey. Right. I'm like out of breath from going up and down the stairs. I've been working on my spiritual journey, and that's really, really helped me, not only in my confidence, but helping, it's really, really, really helped my confidence. Because when I have, the first half of 2021 was really, honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, like it was dark and really depressing. I was depressed a lot, like extremely depressed and extremely anxious, a lot, for like months straight. I did not enjoy it at all. But when I started my spiritual journey in about April of 2020, I wasn't really like aggressively into it, I guess you could say. Like I was and I wasn't. I wasn't like doing daily rituals and doing daily tarot reads or oracle reads or anything like that. If you want a full like spiritual path journey video, give the video a thumbs up and comment down below if you want to see that. Because I will go in depth and like talk about my journey and how I got there and what I've been doing and all that stuff. But then in this summer, I really started to tap into that a little bit more, to really have that thing. Like when you're going through a really tough time, having that one thing, like having a spiritual background, I guess, having that spiritual thing to, that spiritual path to back on, to go to for guidance, really does help you get through that rough time. In my opinion, in my experiences at least, it really helped me to navigate my emotions and everything a little better. It also helped me like stay grounded and know that like this depressive episode wasn't gonna last forever. It wasn't gonna like last years on end or anything. Like I was gonna get through it. I didn't know how long it was going to last, but I knew that it wouldn't be permanent and I would get through it. So having that spiritual background really helped me to have clarity and just I don't even know how to explain it. Like the feeling that I got, it's now one of my favorite feelings. And I don't have it every day, but when I do get it, I feel so grateful to have that feeling. It's like such a feeling of nothingness almost. And in a good way. I feel nothingness in two ways, in a good way and in a bad way. The nothingness in a good way is really almost enlightening. You don't, when you feel that feeling of nothingness, you know, you don't feel stress, that underlying feelings of stress or depression even. Sometimes I just feel sad, like an underlying feeling of sadness or like this weight on my chest for no reason. And I can't really navigate or narrow down like why I have that underlying sadness or underlying stress or whatever it may be. And not to say that I don't feel happy things, like happy or positive emotions when I feel that feeling of nothingness, but it really is, simply put, like I just kind of feel nothing. Like I'm just content, and I have such clarity and bliss in myself and what's going on around me, my surroundings. I'm not worrying about what's gonna happen, all of the what ifs. I'm just living in that moment and living in peace within myself and the world around me. So that feeling, like, I don't know if you've ever had that feeling before. If you have, it's almost like an enlightening experience. Like it's so weightlifting. Like I always kind of feel like there's a weight on my chest. And when I have that positive feeling of nothingness, it feels like that weight has been lifted. It feels like, you know how you carry something with you? Like if you don't want to talk about something and then you carry that with you for a really long time, it feels like there's this weight on your chest. And then when you finally talk about it, you finally let it out, it feels like there's this weight that's been lifted. That's what that feeling of nothingness is kind of like. It feels like all of that stress and all of that anxiety and all of those things that you worry about just go away. It's a really, honestly, beautiful emotion or feeling to feel, because it doesn't happen, like, it's not like a physical feeling, but it is at the same time. It's super, super hard to explain, and you only really understand what I'm talking about if you've had that feeling before. And if you have, I'm happy for you. It's a awesome feeling, that feeling of not having to worry or not having to stress or not having to think about the what ifs, because certain people like myself constantly, their minds are constantly working and they don't really shut off. I have a very, very hard time falling asleep because my brain doesn't shut off. I'm constantly thinking about things. I have to create big scenarios in my head so that way my brain is still working, but in a way that I can drift to sleep faster. Got extremely sidetracked. The point of saying all of that was that I am now confident in my skin. Now that I'm done high school, like throughout high school was very up and down for me. Like I wanted it, like in grade 9 and 10, I never wanted to go to high school. Like I never wanted to go to school. I was really anxious all the time. My depression was hitting me really weirdly, and it just was not the vibe. I never wanted to go to school. I was hanging out in the wrong crowd. It was just not a good time. And then 11 and 12, I started to find myself, and I started to enjoy going to school. Like I love to learn. Like I love to learn new things. I really, really do. And the comparison between grade 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 is like night and day. Grade 9 and 10, I was getting like barely passing my classes. Grade 11 and 12, soaring through the charts. Like my lowest grade in my graduating year was like an 80 something, like an 88. It was my lowest grade, and I was like, if you would have told me when I started high school that's what I would have ended up as, like I would have never believed you. Like the growth that I've had is so insane, especially in 2021. My 2021 was super crazy and super emotional, but I got through it. And there's also been a lot of good times. There's been a lot of good times and a lot of growth for myself, and for that I am thankful for 2021. catching you up to speed, getting back on track. Now it's like August, and it's the beginning of August. We find out we're getting shut down. The job that I was working at, we got shut down. At first, we weren't being told why. They were just like, yeah, we're being shut down. We have to close. There's nothing we can do about it. There's other stores that are closing too. It's just how it be. And we were like, what? I'm sorry, what? And at that point, I had only been working there for like 3 or 4 months, if that. Like, I hadn't been working there that long. And I was like, I really liked this job. Like, I really did. Like nobody likes going to their job. And I didn't like my job, but I liked my job. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like my high school. I didn't like my high school, but I really liked my high school. I loved the high school that I went to, and I wouldn't, if I could do it again, I would go to that school because I wouldn't want to have it anywhere else. I loved the staff. I liked some of the people. I didn't get along with everybody because there was a lot of racist homophobes in my small town high school, but I got through it and I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. It was kind of like that with my job. But I mean, it is what it is. And then we went on a road trip. My family took a road trip out to Vancouver to move my brother into his studio apartment to go to film school in Vancouver. Super crazy that he literally moved across the country. Ontario, like, if this is like a map of Canada, okay? Ontario's like here, Quebec's over there, and there's some more provinces, but Ontario's like here, Vancouver's like here. Like, pretty near opposite sides of the country. So it was hard, but it was so fun to cross-country road trip. I've been in almost all of the provinces, like probably like 50 or 60% of all the provinces in Canada. Because I have never been in any of the territories, but that's literally not the point. The point is, we went on a road trip and that was really fun. And then we came back and so we ended up having to move. And we're like, the housing market in Ontario right now, it's not good. It's bad, actually. I was gonna say it's not bad, but it's not good either. No, it was bad. Everything was so overpriced and going way over asking. It was just, the housing market was not good. It was good for all the real estate agents. It was good for all of the agents and all of the brokerages. Like, they were thriving. But it did make the market extremely competitive, and I don't know how anybody can afford the houses in Ontario right now, because anyway, we ended up moving to Alberta. October 30th, we moved. September was kind of boring. I mean, nothing really happened, so like there's not really much to say. But then October, packing all our stuff, moving to Alberta. And now we've lived here for about a month and a half, I want to say, almost 2 months. I love it. I do. Do I still have a very special place in my heart for Ontario and could see myself living there again? Of course I do. I lived there 17 years of my life. That's my brother's TV. I apologize if you can hear that in the background while I'm talking. I lived there 17 years of my life, so that Ontario, especially the part of Ontario that I was from, holds a very special place in my heart. And I could, when I'm in my 20s, see myself buying an apartment there if I could financially afford that. Now, on to what I want to do with my life. I posted a video I believe in March or April of this year, which I was kind of talking about what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I'm done high school. Like, what am I doing now? Like, what's going on? What's the sitch? A lot has changed since that video. When I filmed that video, I wasn't in a good headspace, and I didn't have a job, and I really just wasn't the vibe. I was not meeting the vibe check, okay? I was not passing. Now I am in Alberta, and I also didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. Like when I filmed that video, not that I do now per se, but I have a bit of a clearer idea as to what I maybe want to do. I have so many passions. And I don't want to waste all that money going to college or university or whatever, and waste that degree. I don't want to put any money to waste, because I don't really have that money to do so. So my plan right now is to get a job out here in Alberta. I don't have one yet because I've been really just focusing on helping my mom get the house all put together, and she has fibro, so she has a lot of flare days, and on those days she can barely get out of bed, so somebody has to be there to help take care of her, and that's kind of been my role a lot this year, which I am grateful for. I'm grateful that my mom has that person that can take care of her, and I think that now it's a bit like what I want to do now. Like I think I'm ready to focus on me. My room, I have my own room in the basement with my own bathroom. Well, it's not my own bathroom, but it's the basement bathroom, and I'm the only one that's down here. So it's kind of like my own bathroom, and a beautiful walk-in closet. So it kind of feels like my own little apartment. I think I'm gonna put a mini fridge down here. I want to get a specific one from Lion Friends. I'll insert it here now. I want to get that one because that's so cute. The little, it's not a want, it's a need. Do you know what I mean? As I'm filming this, it's Christmas Eve, which is super crazy. This is my second last video of 2021. That's so crazy. I first want to take a moment to reflect and be very grateful that I have this channel. This channel honestly has helped me through more than I even think that it has. It gives me that outlet to pour one of my biggest passions into. I absolutely love audio technology and sound. Audio and sound is literally the same thing. Audio technology and visual technology. I was my school's audiovisual club president. I was the president of, or like the head of that club, co-head, but that group for 2.5 years in high school, and that's a long time. And I really knew what I was doing, and that was like my passion. Like throughout high school, like in your high school, you know, everybody in your grade kind of has that thing that like they're known for, you know what I mean? Mine was like, some people are known for sports, some people are known for student council, some people are known for being really good at art, some people are known for this or that. My things were the drama club and Mavis, which was our audio visual club. Sorry, I had something in my under my nail. It was really bothering me. Those were my two things. Drama club, which throughout drama club, I was the lighting I was the lighting head. I was the person that handled all of the lighting for all of our performances. Not all of them, but or not all of the lighting, but like a lot of it. Like if we needed lighting done, our drama instructor would be like, you're gonna do it. And I'm gonna be like, I said, I know, because I'm gonna crush it. I just had this really awesome connection with my drama instructor, my drama teacher, and was the teacher that led and did all of the drama club things. And I really had a good connection with him. Not a point of this life update at all, but those were my two things in high school. And now to carry that through, where was I going with that? I don't even know what I was saying before I got sidetracked on to AV Club. Like at all. Like I don't know what I was saying. At all. I got nothing. Anyway, audio visual is like, oh, my channel. That's what I was talking about. Because video editing and sound editing and all that good stuff, that is like one of my biggest passions. So to have this channel throughout this year, and last year and the year before that, whenever I started this channel, to have YouTube just in general as an outlet for me to have that passion both in and out of high school, was really, really good for me to like, I have a very, very creative brain and I like producing things, I like creating. So to have multiple different outlets and for video editing to be one of them was really good for me to use my brain and stimulate it and really tap into those creative energies that I just exert all of the time. So I'm really thankful for this channel. I'm also really proud of myself for how much I've committed, not only to this channel this year, but Vlogmas. I think that the longer I do this channel, the more I'm realizing how it makes me feel and how happy it makes me. So that's why I do this. I don't do this to get views or get famous or anything like that. Like, if I have enough subscribers and watch time that I can get monetized, that's just a super bizarre and super, super crazy bonus. That's just a super awesome, cool thing that like could happen. Like, not that it will per se, but I don't do it for the views or anything like that, the likes, anything, nothing. I do it for me because it makes me happy, and video editing and filming and all of that makes me happy. That's one of my passions. So that's why I started YouTube in 2018 to begin with, because I wanted that outlet that made me happy, and that was YouTube. So now we're here. It's been a crazy journey, 2021. It's been crazy, it's been real, it's been weird, to say the least. I'm thankful for this year, I think. I think that this year has taught me a lot, not only about myself, but society and how I see people, I think that this year has taught me a lot about how I see people and how I see the world and how other people see the world and their perspectives and why they mix or why they don't mix and why that's okay. Because you're not meant to mix with everybody. You're not meant to be friends with everybody. Everybody's different and everybody has a different perspective or outlook on literally everything in this world. So the ones that are meant for you are going to be along your path whenever it's supposed to be. And that's kind of the mentality that I have grown to know and love and be accustomed to, that it is what it is. And using anger as a response is not a smart decision, nor is it really going to get you anywhere. This year has been weird, but it's taught me a lot. So I'm really thankful that I've learned so much this year. And what I'm going to take with me into the new year is that, I mean, I have worked on myself a lot this year, and I've gotten to a place where I've accepted that it is what it is. If this thing happens to me or this thing is going on around me, it is what it is. There's nothing per se that I can say or do to necessarily change it. Obviously, that is a very vague statement, and it is also case dependent. If there's something happening in my life, I have the ability, the power to change how that happens. And if something is happening in my life that I don't want to happen, I have the ability to make that stop and subtract myself from that situation. I've also really learned that everybody is different, and that's okay, and that's kind of the beauty of this earth, is that everybody is so different and everybody has different perspectives, and that is something that I've really loved learning about. And just, not that I talk to people a lot, like I don't really talk to a lot of people, but the people that I do talk to, I do try and have kind of deep conversations with to figure out their perspectives on things, so that way I can contrast them to my own and I can analyze that, and I can really, my brain does lots of cool things. The brain does lots of cool things, and that's really awesome and really cool and fun and fresh. Taking it day by day and having the right perspectives on the right things has really helped me to get through this year a lot not necessarily happier, because having a more open mind and allowing myself to be conscious of multiple perspectives and opinions on certain scenarios or whatever it be has helped me to go through life and make my daily decisions and actions clearer, as to what I represent, and as to not bring conflict onto other people, because I hate conflict. I will bring up conflict if I believe that the other person in the scenario or in that situation needs to be further educated and they need their perspectives to be broadened. I will bring up points and be like, no, but that's not, no, here's what I think based on the many years of research that has been put into this. Do you know what I mean? I will kind of stir up conflict if it's for the right reasons. Like if I'm standing up for something that I truly believe in and truly stand by, then I will make a conversation out of it. I'm not gonna like raise conflict. That's not really like what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I will start the conversation, and if I feel confident enough to do so, I'll be like, no, that's wrong, and here is why. And we'll make a conversation out of it. I'm not gonna straight up tell them they're wrong. But I will also like be like, no, see, here's this side of this, like here's a different perspective. Open up your mind a little bit. So that's really good. I have a newfound obsession for K-pop. That happened this year. That has been awesome, to say the least, I guess. I found K-pop in like March. I found the first K-pop group I found was Blackpink, and I found K-pop at a time where I was really am I gonna be real? I'm gonna be real. I found K-pop at a time when I was really dark and depressed. So there, I said it. And finding groups like BTS and Stray Kids helped me find that happiness in myself, even if it was a temporary happiness reflected from another person. It was still a temporary happiness that I needed on those days, and I got through those days because of those people. Now inevitably, if you really want to get meta about it, I got through it because of me. But those people, like, if those who get it, and those who don't. It's Christmas Eve. That is so weird. Anyway, I've learned so much this year, and I have so many lessons that I'm going to take with me to 2022. And I hope that 2022, not only for me, but for you, is full of clarity and success and happiness and life lessons. Whether that be those life lessons have to be learned by a bad memory or a bad event or like something negative. I think that those negative energies or negative events, memories, whatever it be, have to happen, or they're meant to happen to you in order for you to learn such a beautiful life lesson. Like I went through a lot of negative things throughout the past 4 years, and those negative things or those stressful moments are the moments that help me learn what kind of morals and values that I have, or what kind of lessons that need to be learned. I learn more lessons by going through something negative than I do by going through something positive. Situation dependent. And that's where I'm gonna leave that. My brain has a lot of cool stuff in it, and I could talk for hours and hours and hours, but I'm not going to for this video because I already have over 30 minutes of footage. But I also I have started like reading a little bit, but like I really want to get into reading a lot more, because I do like to read. Like, hold on. Let me rewind a little bit, because I've never been a fan of reading. When I was growing up, and all the way till like grade 12, like in grade 11, not a chance. Growing up, I hated reading, could not do it for the life of me. I would like Google like Spark Notes, like the books for English class, because like hated reading, wanted nothing to do with it. I always wanted to be that girl that loved to read and like have like bookshelves and bookshelves of books, like just stacks and stacks of books. Like my best friend loves to read. She always has since we were growing up, since we were really little. Not really little. I met her in grade 5. Well, that's kind of little though. Like if you think about it, we were like 10 when we met and we're almost 20. I always wanted to be that girl, and until grade 12, well, yeah, about grade 12, when I read a book, I believe in grade 10, maybe grade 11, but I think it was grade 10. It's called The Paris Wife by Paula McLean, one of my favorite books of all time. It was the book that got me a little more into reading. And then I read All American Boys by Justin A. Reynolds, and I fell in love for grade 12. And I fell in love with that book. Those two books are the books that really made me fall in love with reading and like want to buy books and like read them. And like, it also really helps when you have a certain kind of story or a certain kind of perspective told in the story. That really helps you to find, like when you find books or certain genres that you really like, it really helps you to read more. The book that I'm currently reading is called Heart of the Matter by Emily Griffin, I believe is the author. It's a very, very good book. I love when books have two different perspectives, like two different main characters. In All American Boys, that was the style of book. It had two different, one story, two different people telling that story and like in their perspectives, in their lives. Heart of the Matter is, I believe, based on my theories, I'm only like 5 chapters in, but based on my theories, that is kind of the similar vibe that Heart of the Matter has. It's two different people telling their stories, but it's kind of the same. It's kind of a complicated, but I really, really like when books do that. It makes me like fall in love with the story that much more. So, okay. I want to get a lot more into reading, and more than I already have in 2020. And this is gonna sound very, very, very weird, but I want to start writing more. Like, read a book. Like, you know how like in high school in English class when you have to read a book and then you have to write an essay about that book, or like multimedia essays are kind of my favorite essays to write. I like writing at like grade 12 English class changed me so much, because now I like reading and now I like writing essays and I like writing and I like doing all of that. My grade 11 class also influenced me a lot in that way as well, because the book we were reading was cool, but it didn't really intrigue me into reading more. It was all of the projects that we had to do, and I'm a very over-the-top presentation kind of girl. That's how I've always been. I always need to be perfect. And I think I want to like actual, it sounds so weird to say it out loud, start writing more essays and stuff, because not that they're gonna really be useful to anybody, but I like writing them, which sounds even weirder. I kind of like that stress and anxiety that I get when I'm writing an essay, and like you're writing the essay, like you're finalizing the essay the night before it's due. That kind of stress and pressure, I thrive on it. I thrive on procrastination and doing things last minute, because when I do things last minute, I kind of get a better product sometimes. I'm gonna say 7 times out of 10, I get a better product. If I have a good base to work with, I can give you an 85%. I bet you I get an 85 or higher on an essay. If I got a good base, if I have all of the body, like if I have all my points for each paragraph, I can. Grade 12 English seriously changed my entire outlook on essays and reading and English, like learning the English language and all of the things that come with high school English class, like changed my perspective on all of it. I like doing that now. It's like super weird. That's about it. I rambled so much, and I have a lot more to say, but I've been filming for so long, and this video is gonna be so long. So I'm gonna end the video here. It is Christmas Eve by the time I upload this. I'm assuming it'll be Christmas Eve, or like probably like very late. Maybe not, maybe I'll surprise myself. But if I upload this Christmas Eve, happy Christmas Eve. If you're watching this Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. I hope that if you were able to be with your family, I hope that you're spending time with your family and you're having so much fun. If you are not, I hope that you're still making the best of the holidays for yourself and just feeling all festive and having just such a good time. I truly love the holidays. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I mean, I love Halloween because fall is my favorite season, but Christmas is my favorite holiday because there's just such a, I don't know, it's so hard to explain. But I love you. You're doing amazing. I will try and film a What I Got for Christmas haul, which will be my last video of 2021. If I do not film a What I Got for Christmas haul and I do not upload that, which I'm assuming I will. My plan is to do that, but if I don't, and this is my last video of 2021, I forking love you guys. Every single person that watches my video, I don't care if you watch my video because you like me, or because you're my family, or because you hate me and you want to see me embarrass myself or fail or whatever it is. I don't care why you watch my videos. If you watch me videos and give me views, thank you for that. It means the world. It's super crazy to me that I get views at all. So thank you to each and every one of you that watched any one of my videos this year. I love you. You're doing amazing. You're going to get through it. You're so strong. Drink your water and take your vitamins. Please take care of yourself. Have a beautiful, magical, wonderful, amazing holiday season. Don't stress out too much. Take it one day at a time. I hope you have an amazing day or night wherever you are. And I will see you. If this is the last video that I film in 2021, I will see you guys in the new year. And if it's not, if this is my second last, I will see you in the next one. Either way, I'm gonna see you in the next one, whether that's in 2021 or 2022. Whenever I see you again, I will see you again in the next video. Maybe same place, maybe same time. Who knows? Probably not same time because I'm inconsistent, but I love you and you're doing amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, y'all. What the fuck?